Yeah, no, we're feeling good. We sort of moved on from the last game. Obviously, it was very disappointing for us, and the way we performed was obviously not up to standard. So, but yeah, we talked about it when we got back in early in the week, and yeah, just want to put it behind us in a way. And obviously, we're looking forward to the challenge tomorrow. We have some making up to do for sure in terms of points, but also in terms of performance and how we want to play. Obviously, last Monday night was definitely not what we expected from ourselves, and what the fans expected from our team. So tomorrow is an important game, but training has been good. Preparation has been sort of normal, and yeah, we do our last preparations tonight, and then we focus on tomorrow night.
How do you see the opponent? What do you know about them?
To be honest, we haven't gotten too much into details yet. I think it's one of those games where it's respectfully to the opponent. It's more about what we do and how we play. Like I mentioned before, we prepared a week. We'll watch some videos. We will do our analysis. Obviously, the coaches will have a game plan for us, but respectfully to our opponent, it's how we sort of put it all together for 90 minutes and how we perform on Monday night.
Do you think it still needs time to adapt with Mr. Shumodica, because the team doesn't really look settled 100% yet?
I think when a manager changes, it can be sort of a difficult time for everybody. Obviously, we've had maybe 3 or 4 weeks now with the coach. It's definitely a process for sure, but we also understand we are in a business where results matter, points matter, wins matter. So there's obviously an urgency to get points, but also I think we're not in a transitional process, but in a process of learning how to win games, if that makes sense. Because we are a young team and we haven't won a lot recently, which is a fact. So you have to first of all earn the right to win, which is your preparation during the week. You have to earn the right to play your game plan against the opposition. But also you have to learn how to win games. I think many times in the season we were up by a goal and we sort of didn't manage the game well. So it's definitely a process. It's definitely a thing we're looking at. But it's not necessarily something to do with the coach per se. It's just kind of the situation that we're in, and we're looking to step up. Again, we're trying to move on from last weekend because it was disappointment, but there's definitely a process within this team, with the players, with the mix of players that we have, and we've made some new additions. If you look at the game last week, it's people have played together who've not played before together, which is, it's you want to play with a certain flow, with a certain understanding of what the game plan is, but also what your teammate is going to do. And if you haven't had time to sort of get used to your new teammates, it's a little bit tougher, which is not an excuse, but it's something we want to put right from now on.
How you describe your new coach?
How do I describe the coach? Demanding. He wants to win. He wants to win at all costs. It's not just the coach, but it's the whole coaching staff that working really hard. They're hard working. They prepare as well for the game. They've obviously have so much experience in football. So as players, it's about listening to them and adjusting to what he wants us to do. But the coach is a pure football man. He breathes football. He breathes Rapid Bucharest, and we have to take advantage of that.
Are you afraid that you are losing contact with the first 6 teams?
If you look at the table, you might think so. Yes. Like I said before, that we're in a sort of a process. You would sort of hope that process is being finished before the season and not sort of in the middle of the season. But I also know it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So there's a lot more points up for grabs. So in the bigger picture, it might not look in the table like we belong up there yet. But like I said before, we have to earn to belong up there. So I'm not scared or afraid of losing contact, but there's definitely urgency to sort of close the gap and get ourselves into that top group at the end of the year.
When you look at the next week, starting the European group stages, Europa League, where FCSB is gonna face big team as PAOK, Manchester United, and so on. Do you want to be there? Like,
don't care about
what Rapid
don't care about
needs to be there?
Don't care about our opponents. Do not care. We have to focus on what's in front of us. We have to focus on our daily work, on our preparation, how we perform on the weekends, what the other teams do. Don't care.
Who's the most dangerous striker in Romania, in your opinion?
Don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I haven't played all the teams yet. I'm hoping by the end of the year he will be on our team. So the boys are working hard on scoring goals in training. So we just need to put that into the game. But the strikers are only as good as the rest of the team as well. So don't forget about the rest of the team. It's been good. I really enjoy the weather. I know for you guys it's a little bit cold at the moment, but for me it's actually quite warm. Look, I'm a footballer. I wake up, I go to train, and I go home. So it's not like I'm doing massive sightseeing tours and buses and stuff. But it's been an interesting experience. The traffic is interesting, to say the least, and then also the let's say the driving has also been a little bit questionable. But what I found is a city with a lot of charm, with a lot of nice places, the old town, food culture. But ultimately, it's a city that's also crazy about football, which is nice. Like, people care about what we do. So far it's been good. Yes, I want to visit the cup final. I want to visit the top 6. All the other culture stuff you can sort of find on Instagram. So if I drive by, then great. But what I want to visit is celebrating a trophy with the fans. So that's on my to-do list.